As soon as he got close enough, he slapped the back of the victim's head, knocking off his yarmulke.
Right now, the search is on for a white gunman who entered a black church last night and started shooting.
If you think about who in this country has in their houses of worship faced violent hatred, it's Jews and it's black Christians. Anti-Semitism is on the rise.
Ain't nobody want to deal with the racism that is rooted in America.
So I wanted to organize a partnership between my synagogue and a black church nearby.
The elephant, as they say in the room,
Right.
is can you worship together?
Yeah.
This is our moment to create a symbol where we're not judged by the color of our skins or the wealth of our pocket.
One thing we can promise each other, we will not walk away.
Someone came to me and told me enough of the Jesus flag. I heard kill the Jesus flag. I was offended. You're willing to accept my race, but my religion may be an issue.
Please let this be over.
That moment where you were laughing, like laughing while he was being tortured and killed, wearing a tallis, which is not what a high priest would wear, but it's a cartoon of a Jew. I know you didn't mean it. That was anti-Semitism.
All I saw was my pastor, my leader, a black man, being scolded by a white woman.
That when people scream anti-Semitism, the black community has been saying, but ain't nobody listening to us. We gotta live with our suffering.
If I'm watching the news and I hear a synagogue was vandalized, after having you all as family, it bothered me. I was like, we need to say something. We need to do something.
My prayer is that this becomes a model to other communities, how to practice tolerance. This is not the ending, it's just the beginning.
People talk about the problems in America, they should look here. This is the beauty of America.
Like Dr. King said, the arc of history is long, but it bends toward justice. We're all created in the image of God, or as my Christian sisters and brothers would say, we're all God's children.
Boom, there you go. That was the trailer for All God's Children. I have the one and only director behind All God's Children. I have Ondi Timoner. Thank you so much for your time. I'm KUYA. This is Nerds Rule the World. Let me shoot off some air horns. We're celebrating. I got Ondi on here. Ondi, I know your time is crazy right now, so we're just gonna get it in because I gotta show love. From filmmaker to filmmaker. I love docs. I also have a lot of affection towards people that do docs because I'm more of a narrative guy, because I think there's just so much responsibility. And with docs, you have to really show love to the material, really be honest, and it's just a responsibility, if you will. That's the key word, I think, with documentarians. It's a responsibility to give life to these people that we're giving platforms and stories to. And with these latest projects of late, you did Last Fight Home about your father. I know you have All the Walls Came Down coming soon as well. You've done some more personal stuff of late. When I was doing research, you really didn't do you and your family. But I think we all know when there's stuff that we know and hits from home, it hits a little different and it's a little bit more. I think some of the best stuff comes from stuff that we know. So with All God's Children, we're talking about your sister, Rabbi Rachel Timoner.
Yeah.
What was it like? I know you were doing initially a short film, Rebel Rabbi, and then this came into something absolutely amazing and different, and something I think, as suggested in the film, that we should all follow in regards to bringing us together, because things are so separated in more ways than one. What was it like filming your sister, first off, like getting her to be cool with that and rocking this out initially with Rebel Rabbi?
So, my sister is a very, very busy person. She has like over 1,000 families that she is the senior rabbi for, doing their births and deaths and bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. writing sermons and representing a lot of Reform Judaism in the political arena as the senior rabbi of the largest synagogue in Brooklyn. It's a huge responsibility, but it was like she just kept getting arrested for, standing up for the Dreamers or leading a protest of rabbis in front of Trump Tower or, holding open an Amazon store for providing ICE services. And we're talking many years ago now, way ahead of ICE becoming the thing it is right now with us. And she just has been bent on social justice. And so I decided to start Rebel Rabbi because I've made a lot of films, like you said, about, people I call impossible visionaries, people who take on the impossible and they kind of act impossibly as they're trying to reach the goal, whatever that goal is. And I realized I really hadn't done a lot of women, and here was this impossible visionary woman, like right under my nose, right next to me, my own sibling, a hero to me. I mean, I would land in New York having meetings or doing screenings or whatever it was of my own, and I'd have a dinner plan with Rachel and she'd be in jail, and I'm thinking, like, she could just go ahead and just be a rabbi. She doesn't have to put her body on the line like this for justice all the time, but she did. But then as I started filming her, she's not a person who really likes cameras. And she really wasn't a fan of the project because it was too deep and too personal. And of course, I'm going to go deep and personal because I'm her sister. But then our father did medical aid in dying. And when that happened, I panicked and set up cameras because I didn't want to forget a single word he said. And so then she, out of respect for Dad, who wanted and supported me documenting him, just forgot about the cameras and went about being with Dad. I don't know if you've seen Last Flight Home, but nothing I've ever made has mattered that much to people as that film does. And she is a big part of that film. And when she first saw it, she didn't want that film to be in the public. She was like, it's too personal, it's too private, it's too sacred. And then she showed it to clergy. My mom intervened and said, this film is keeping me alive. I've watched it 500 times and it's going to heal people. And then she showed it to her fellow rabbinate and they were like, you have to let this come out. So she let it come out and she was really nervous about what it would do because, she was supportive of his wishes to die. And that's at that time was against Reform Judaism. So she was scared, and understandably, she wrote an article in the forward to get ahead of it. And then people just totally embraced it. And she now considers it one of the most important pieces of work that she's been a part of ever, in terms of, and then even hosted a screening of it at the temple and like 700 families came or something, and crisscrossed the country showing the film. And it even helped to change the law and pass medical aid in dying in New York. And she even went into the convocation at the Senate. So that film changed her approach and opinion about documentary. And next thing you know, she's like, can you hear me okay? Is the mic in the right place? But it still was hard to get her to pin her down because, for her, the work is the most important thing. And this is all kind of fluff. But the reality is, and the film, All God's Children, takes the model of dialogue and partnership across all difference, racial difference, class, poverty line difference, and faith, interfaith, But in fact, that's the thing that they hit on the most. That's the hardest thing is Jesus Mountain, as I call it, and they decide to let me film as these two groups, 12 people from the church and 12 people from the temple, come together over 5 years and face their own unconscious prejudice, be it anti-Semitism, be it racism, be it whatever. They are so transparent and so naked on screen in a way with so vulnerable, that I feel so honored and privileged to have been allowed to do that, especially by the church, being the rabbi's sister. And I woke up today to Reverend Waterman sending me a text that he's winning a huge award from his community, from the university that I think where he teaches.
Amazing.
For this film, for this project, because of what they saw in this film. And I said, it was my absolute honor. And he said, it's because of the work that you did that we're we're getting acknowledged for this, both me and Rabbi Timoner. And so now we have this plan. That's a pretty cool plan, KUYA, and you got to hear this. It's we're going to have the film. So we just opened at IFC, and now we're going to take this film, which, by the way, is so tumultuous and crazy that most of the time I was filming it, I had no idea if we'd ever have an ending or even like be able to make a film, because they were like really having a hard time. So it's very dramatic verite filmmaking. And what you said about having a responsibility is absolutely true. I had a responsibility to tell the Black story with the Black voices and the Jewish story with Jewish voices, Christians with the Christians, and let them tell their own story, but then let them talk about, like, it was like walking a tightrope to tell this story right. And then also to show up for it to the extent that we did. They were, but they made a pledge and they made a promise, which is to not walk away. And
I love that moment in the film as well. When it starts at the beginning and stated at the beginning, and then we return to it throughout the film, even more, like that's how we succeed. That's how we move forward as a people. I love that. It was brilliant.
It. And right now we're living in a more polarized time than ever. So the plan is,
I live in DC.
Take this movie. Exactly. Oh my God, God help you. Take this movie on the road. You can help us.
Yes.
You can book a screening. You find a temple and a church or a mosque, people from different walks of life. It could be a YMCA on one side of town and a YMCA on the other. People who don't talk to each other but share the same land, and set up a screening with them. You can request a screening and we'll help you book the theater and all that stuff. We're going to do 20 cities. We actually have somebody in the DC area, Megan Black.
Okay.
Who's the moderator in the film. She's in the DC area. And yeah, if you're passionate about the film, you could team up with her. But it's this DIY sort of thing that we're doing where we made this downloadable discussion guide, and we want the religious leaders or leaders of the community of these two groups to come together, and they do the post discussion, and they call their groups together into the theater, hopefully a neutral location, and they play this movie, which has become a model for how to have dialogue and partnership, and what happens, the strength that comes from that by not walking away, even no matter how offended you get. If you just come back to the table again, it's because they walked through the mud that they are family now, and they continue to be family, and they've passed laws. It's an incredible story, and I just feel really lucky that I got to tell it. And so I hope that people will tune in. Interloperfilms.com is how you find out about it. You'll see All the Walls Came Down coming out now. I'm in my car right now because I'm in LA, and my house burned down in January, middle of all this. And so I live in Joshua Tree in the desert now. But I'm here because All the Walls Came Down is in theaters and it's selling out. And, it's only 38 minutes, but it's going to have a New York premiere October 19th. If you're listening and you're in the area, it's at the Roxy Cinema, and we'll be there Q&A. It's also at the Woodstock Film Festival coming up. And it's also, both films are playing Heartland, which is in Indianapolis, I believe, one of the top 20 festivals in the country.
Okay.
Both films are playing the Key West Film Festival in November. So going to Interloper Films and hitting subscribe, and then going to All God's Children and seeing how you can book a screening, you just fill out a form. 20 cities is our goal, and we're going to do it. We're going to make it happen.
Yes, you are absolutely brilliant, phenomenal, Ondi. I love that. Everybody, links are in the description below. They'll be right there. Click on that discussion guide. Let's bring it to DC. Megan Black is here. The museums that they went to in the film are here. The Holocaust Museum.
That was actually transformative. That was a big turning point for them. So I'm all about it. And thank you so much for bringing me on the show.
Oh, of course.
And I'm just my name on Instagram, and I mention all these things when they're happening, and I will be mentioning all these screenings and putting more evidence from the screenings as they come out. We're going to ask people who are doing these screenings to send us bits and bobs of what they've recorded so we can share and kind of start to turn the tide, because white supremacists want to separate us from each other, because a house divided cannot stand. So we must unite and learn how to talk to each other and accept each other's differences.
Ondi, I love that. I love you for saying that. That is just amazing. That is what I'm about. We use our platform as creatives to inspire, educate, as well as entertain. But number one is we got to just inspire and educate people. And you're doing that with your work. God's work, all God's children. Go check it out right now, y'all. Again, links are in the description. Interloper Films. Learn more. Bring it to your local gym area, synagogue, church. Do all the things. Links in the description below. Ondi, before I let you go, so you're touring the festival circuit. We're gonna put it out there. Is there anything with like even more distribution on any streamers, or is there any other avenue?
Last Flight Home you can see on Paramount Plus or Amazon, and a lot of my films you can find on the internet. And I have a new movie that I'm just finishing right now for Legendary that I can't really talk about, but you'll be seeing that soon. So yeah, a plate that runneth over. But right now the focus is All God's Children, All the Walls Came Down, which will be published on the LA Times by the LA Times on the 2nd of December. So if you're not getting a screening in your neighborhood, just stand by and it will become available. It's the first fire film and maybe the first film ever by a climate refugee. Yeah. So
thank you for your work.
It's a love letter to my town, and you'll see. My town needs help. So go to allthewallscamedown.com. Check it out.
Please support y'all. Amazing. Ondi, when you start promoting all that other stuff, I want to have those conversations. I want to talk longer, but thank you for just this little bit of time.
Thank you. Send that to me, or when you post it, tag me and I'll support.
Definitely. Everybody, Ondi Timoner, go check out All God's Children. All the links in the description below. Interloper Films. More to come, more to follow, and I'm going to have Ondi back. It's your boy KUYA. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
Nerds rule the world.
Pleasure chatting with you. Love to all my nerds who rule the world.
Yeah. Nerds rule the world.
Yes, we do.
Thanks. Nerds rule the world.
Thank you.
I love the nerds ruling the world, so more power to you.
Patrick, what up, man? And yes, they do. Nerds rule the world, kid.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Awesome. KUYA, nerds rule the world. Hello.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Oh,
nerds rule the world.
I got.
It's in the title of your show, like nerds rule the world. Like I want more black weirdos on screen, and I don't feel like we ever get to see that very much.
Thank you so much. Nerds do rule the world.
Yes. Thank you.
They're nice to meet you. Nerds do rule the world.
We do. We're phenomenal, aren't we?
Thank you, nerds rule.
Love it.
Hello, Sarah. Hello, Julian.
Yes,
Rock on. I love it. Thank you so much.
It's good to see you. I love Nerds Rule the World.
But yeah, there's a heavy nerd component, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you ask me, nerds rule the world. So
absolutely.
And you're right. Nerds do rule the world.
we're just the best.
Yes. Yes. Nerds do rule the world. I agree.
We do.
I agree.
We're awesome, aren't we?
Thank you, ladies.
So much.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
And nerds really do rule the world.
Thank you, sir. It's your boy KUYA. Nerds rule the world. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you.
Do. They rule the world all right.
Yes. Take care, Tony. Thank you, guys.
Well, I was good until I saw that this is Nerds Rule the World. So are we talking about like everybody you interview is a nerd, right?
Oh, it's a legal requirement. It is.
It's a legal requirement.
Yeah.
Or are you, or the second you popped on screen, I was like, wait, are you supposed to be the queen nerd then?
I hope so. My handle is Heather is a nerd, so I am a professional at least.
Okay. But then you enter that whole question of like, well, if you're calling yourself a nerd, are you really a nerd? True nerd, would they call them? I don't know. I'm going to start going cross-eyed.
Going to psychoanalyze this a little bit.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
No worries. All right. We're coming off the trailer. I'm going to introduce myself, introduce you, and we'll get into the fun. Here we go.
Great.
1, 2, 3.